Many blessings. What's happening, family? How you feeling? Are you blessed? Are you well? Are you aligned? Aye, sir. Well, listen, you know what? It's been a while since I just brought my book out and myself out and did a little bit of poetry, but seeing as Fisky and Miss Yankee, they grabbed my heart. I don't know, I see them down at Flow, always bringing something so amazing. And they told me about this space and this show, so I had to come down. You know the way they're like, no, sorry, I don't have any time. It wouldn't work, will it? But yeah, it's an honor to be here. I see many a Flow poet in there as well, so you know that's always a pleasure. But yeah, you got something very relevant going on here, so I decided to put pen to paper. I don't usually read. Back in the day, that used to make me, when we were younger, boy, reading meant you just lost. New poem. Just mash up somewhere, you can't do that poem again. There's only 20 people at the place, you know. Can't do that one again, man, tore it up. So yeah, let me just share a bit in the spirit of what we're gathered for. I don't vent on stages. I have done at other ages, but wisdom advised that that was selfish loving. For here, both of us must come to an understanding. In these public, intimate surroundings, I choose not to vent. But instead, I present my answers received from questions prayed on, referring only to my problems to share how this guidance helped me solve them. Mantras are equations of our most common denominators, equal to our nature, divided by our minds, always on display. Naked or clothed, timid or bold, mental stealth is measured in judgment. Working out by getting out of the rat race. Karmic calisthenics, that's cardio for the soul. I don't compete in spirit building. It's not for show. Lifestyle. I can't imagine my life without the written word. I can't imagine. Me without the honesty of my pen, I can't imagine. Me without honesty as a friend, it helps me. See, I don't know your business. I just know everyone's got business. And this busyness is draining our souls. It's dehydration. And we know that dehydration is a threat to water beings. We've been ordered to be confused, and it's confusing. So I don't vent on stage. I may do on the page, but that's only if I have paper to spare. See, these words have made me aware of waste and recycling and the effects of democracy on our environment. Because it's hard out here. Even if you had it better than most, many are eager to encourage you to host a symptom or a side effect of used pain so you can boast. Even gurus are profiting from our wounds. Corporate concerns practiced, and that's just that which we can remember or articulate, recall or enunciate, for there are feelings beyond words and memories beyond reason, and I'm seeking peace. I'm seeking freedom from corruption, and right now, realistic optimism is as close as I can get to innocence, so I don't vent on stage. I take the opportunity to be the difference that I want to see in myself. See, as a poet, it's my responsibility not to get people to listen to me, but to encourage them to listen to themselves. So if no one ever told you this, I'm telling you right now. You're so perfect and you're worth it. Mommy birthed you with a vow. You're so special. No doubt you're gonna change the world, so you should do it. Don't just prove it. Be careful with your spells. Always use your mind. Physical's a backup. So you should never get too proud when you have to use a smack up. See, you're owed nothing but deserve everything. So you should never measure life by the things you can't bring, and you should never measure partners by the fears of your heart. You need to always deal with truth right from the start. Don't just do what feels easy, do what feels right. Do things that won't wake you in the middle of the night so you can walk like a king. Think like a god. Know that your seed are the light of your rod. You need to know what you have. Know what you give. Mommy places blessings on these lives that we live. So if no one ever told you this, I'm telling you right now. You're so perfect and you're worth it. Mommy birthed you with a vow. You're so special. No doubt you're gonna change the world. So you should do it. Don't just prove it. Be careful with your spells. Always use your mind and never just for games or you'll typecast yourself with those roles that you play. You're owed nothing but deserve everything. So you should never measure life by the things you can't bring. And you should never measure partners by the fears of your heart. You need to always deal with truth right from the start. Don't just settle for those standards that keep you feeling stressed. Ability to cope is a gift, not a test. So you should walk like a queen. Think like a goddess. Know that we all get on earth through these bodies. You need to know what you have. Know what you give. Mommy places blessings on these lives that you live. And I know you can. I know you will. I know your will. I know the deal. I know your deal. I know your hand. I know your hand. I understand. I understand and I love you true. I'd love you too. Believe in you. Believe in you. You know you are. I know you are a superstar. See, Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you. You're a special baby, very special baby. See, Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you. You're a special baby, very special baby. So why are you afraid? What's it gonna do? Scared that you may change. Isn't that the truth? So who are you to say that you're not gonna win? How'd you ever know if you just give in? How will you know? If you just give in, how will you grow? You need to stand up. Every time you fall down, you stand up. You stand up. Even if you're small, you can stand tall. So believe in yourself, or who's gonna? If you never dream for yourself, then who's gonna? How you gonna do for yourself? How you gonna? And you know you wanna prove it to yourself, so you gotta make a change, rearrange if you want it. You take it to the top, it's your shot, yeah, you got it. It's a spotlight all for you, gotta bring it, gotta bring your A game, A team. If you want it, stand up. Now what you gonna do? You just have to choose. Where you wanna go, what is there to lose? See how you gonna move if you wanna stay. And how you're gonna flow if you're in your way. Tell me, why do you delay? And what you got to say other than it's gonna be okay? Okay? You've got to stand up every time you fall down. Just stand up. You stand up. Even if you're small, you know you can stand tall. So believe in yourself, or who's gonna? If you never dream for yourself, then who's gonna? How you gonna do for yourself, how you gonna, and you know you wanna prove it to yourself, so you gotta make a change, rearrange if you want it. You take it to the top, it's your shot, yeah, you got it. It's a spotlight all for you. Gotta bring your A game, A team. If you want it, stand up. I tell you, boy, I got about 25 years worth of lyrics in my head, you know. And every now and then my brain buffers a bit, like. New lyrics too, you know, like, oh shit, that's not out yet, hold on a second. Dread. But the blessing is that the thread is the same, so I can just pull. The other day my mum was like, could you come to church and perform at the Black History Month? Which was all an absolute oxymoron for me. Like Black History Month, church. But it's my mum, innit? So it must be all good. So I went and I performed at the Black History Month. It was quite deep. Because I was performing while people were taking their, you know, they were eating God. You know, the deep. It's been deep to me since I was little. Just, you know, them things. You know, you're just young and it's just all too real. Now we are going to partake in the... We're going to nyam Jesus. I don't understand. And could someone take him down, please? Because I understand, you know, that keeping Jesus on the cross. Every time I see him, I just want to take him down like... Since I was little, like, I love him. You love him? You don't want to take him down. Sorry, I digress. It happens sometimes. You put a microphone in front of me. What was I saying? All right, so, yes, okay. So, like I said, I was able to do it, though, because fortunately, you know, I didn't have to get rid of my my Cardi B track. Do you know what I mean? I could perform all my stuff. Children, you could bring your kids. You could bring your grandparents. That's one of my favorite type of shows, you know, when you got that generational thing going on. And I take all my challenges with the world, everything I want to fight, everything I want to slay, everything I can't stand, and I put it all in my poetry, some of which I put to music because, you know, that frequency allows us to listen a bit more, you know what I mean? And every time I create, I don't create with expectation, I create with intention. I find the expectation is where all the pain lies. And I try never to put anything out that I don't think people are ready for. You know that expression, yo, you heard my shit, man, no one's ready for this shit! I find that to be a bit of a, make something people are ready for then. But yeah, I push the same message, man, it's peace, it's love, it's vibrations, and we got to stick together. Because, you know, otherwise the minority will definitely seem like the majority, and that's the whole trick, right? I used to feel isolated as a kid, like, no one understands. In a completely loving family, may I add, you know what I mean? Just don't get me, I'm complex. You people who birthed me. Which is quite funny in itself, but hey. And then I just couldn't be bothered being pissed off anymore because it just doesn't go. It's like, you know, like clothes, it just don't go. It's like tight shoes. I can't hold up festivity for very long. I find myself laughing at some shit. I don't like to hold grudges. I have to remember them. Is where I realize that lies, they work for a while, but you gotta remember that shit. Stay well, family.